worries you can let go. Dry your tears, promise I will stay loose. Oh, I've been where you are. We all got scars.
successful enough, they could get 50 or 100% discounts to get into these universities. Only here in Istanbul, from around 56 universities, 13 of them state, the others private ones.
what they say. Why am I even bothered? I should take it slow. My body's saying yes, my head is saying no. What if I can't let you go? My heart is saying yes, my head is saying no. My head is saying no. My heart is saying yes, my head is saying no. Don't know if I wanna go through this again. Why am I even bothered? Gotta keep my head high above the water. That is what they said. Why am I even bothered? Yeah, maybe I should take it slow. My body's saying yes, my head is saying no. What if I can't let you go? My heart is saying yes, my head is saying no. My head is saying no. My heart is saying yes, my head is saying no. My head is saying no. My heart is saying
And of the Bosphorus. And here right now I want to look at the right side of the boat. In this part I'm going to show you two monuments. The first one is in New York because it's set in 2016, but it's very important. And that one is 16 and also there are
that is what they said when you turn around and left for good. what they said when you turn around and left for good. But the taste is bitter, lonely in my bed, keep thinking about what we was at. It's true that it's hard to get over such a beautiful light. When I still want you closer, I am longing for closure, and I'm wondering why. No matter what I do, I keep on falling for you. I keep on falling for you. I keep on falling for what they said when you turn around and left for good. But the taste is bitter, lonely in my bed, keep thinking about what we was at. It's true that it's hard to get over such a beautiful light. When I still want you closer, I am longing for closure, and I'm wondering why. No matter what I do, I keep on falling for you. Keep you close. Too many nights spent lonely in despair. You're all I want to keep me warm. Wish you were here instead. I'm all alone. Yeah, I won't let go, 'cause I don't wanna waste another night alone. Don't go home. I'm gonna ask you to stay another night. You say so, I can't say no. Baby, can you just stay another night? Keep you close, don't go home. Baby, can you just stay another night? You say so, I can't say no. Baby, can you just stay another night? Keep you close, don't go home. Baby, can you just stay let go, 'cause I don't wanna waste another night alone. Don't go home. I'm gonna ask you to stay another night. You say so, I can't say no. Baby, can you just stay another night? Keep you close, don't go home. Baby, can you just stay another night? You say so, I can't say no. Baby, can you just stay another night? Keep you close, don't go home. Baby, can you just stay waiting for your call, nowhere to escape. In between these walls, time is getting late. Wondering where you are, need to get it straight. 'Cause I think I'm falling hard. I'm falling, so save me. Save me, my love is calling, I'm waiting for you.
The right prominence research on Australia, which means the place where the sun rises up. And here on your left, we are sailing nearby the kitchen neighborhood, and we can take the tickets to travel here. And again on your left, we're going to see those mentioned summer houses. The regional of the neighborhood mentions are also people in Turkish, euros. Total number about 500 and most of them are located around this park. If you look at how to Moscow and 60 pounds to the consider actually the first especially of the partners, even the regions. For example, Muslim nations here can close to each other, and the non-Muslim ones live separately to other nations. Generally, there is about 2 or 3 at the top of the one collective balcony zone. Instead of balcony, they used to form windows to reflect the traditional Turkish architecture style in these basins. Of course, today there is no separation of margin or non-margin. If you are a wealthy one, you can get one of these. Because they are on the left, the most expensive house in the world right now prices range between 15 to 20 million US dollars for these houses. It was belonged to the 82 Brazilian family, one of the previous owner of that nation. And he was a statesman who was a member of the state council and the Ministry of Finance in a prominent area. After his trial in 1888, Lawyer mentioned nothing afterwards. Second British aristocrats during the revolution in Istanbul during the reign of Sultan Abdülhamid and Broad Book, Life and Bosphorus, believed in that nation too. And while we are taking these nations, I'm going to inform you about name of the Bosphorus, but the region where this name comes from. Bosphorus comes from ancient Greek word "two" and it consists of 2 verbs. Bus and Horus, which means cow passage, ox passage. As we know that before the Greeks accepted Christianity as formal religion, they had the polytheist system, the paganism, almost everything had gods. So every creation has stories related with these gods, so we are talking about the Greek mythology. For the Bosphorus, there is a character called Io, the grandmother of King Zeus, and official of Princess of Temple Hera. She's in love with Zeus, one of the ancient gods. While they were together one day, Zeus' wife Hera realizes the situation then Zeus turns Io into a horned cow. But Hera, clever lady, smells something fishy and suspicious about the grand infest of the fly. While Io is escaping from the fly, it crosses roads, plains, mountains, air and continents, but can't escape. Finally, it reaches the Adriatic Valley, the Bosphorus. Just as it crosses the valley, the area fills with waters and the Bosphorus is formed. This is how the name is Bosphorus is formed, but today we know that. It's great. Military High School, Kulilini College, was founded by the same Sultan, Sultan Abdülhamid, and the construction of the building completed in 1854. After its completion, the building was and the residents in these places we could share the hospital built by the sea and otherwise the building used as a hospital too. And the head nurse, Florence Nightingale, was one of the nurses served in that building. As we know, she is the founder of the modern nursing. She stand out as the manager of the nurses trained during the Korean War, and that school was given
We both live life at full speed, easy to see. When we collide, no one walks away easy. I never thought you'd be the one. I never meant to take your heart. I never felt so hard. I never meant to
And
be
here
the
on your
one.
left, you
I
will see
never
the cloud,
thought
road
I'd
and
break
nation,
your
and the
heart.
just left side of it, there is a
And
white
after
one,
the
and in that too is recorded in that
storms have
nation.
crumbled to dust, we still feel the warmth.
So that's the North
Burning
Hills.
eyes,
If you wanna take some
burning
pictures to check view,
eyes.
you can use the strong side of the moon.
But it doesn't mean let's roll. 'Cause after the storm, you'll see the sun, you'll see the sun.
And here on your left, we are sailing nearby the Berlin neighborhood, and we can see the very most over there. This one always by the Sultan, apprehending the station for the memory of his mother, Rabia Sultan, that can date back to 18th century, and its this Salah has been most example. But other Salah has been more strongly displayed ordered by the Sultan, and these only antiquity. And these elements of the metal repository stories and key foundations for the needs of the cause. And these examples are the Suleimanian, Suleiman, Nuri Osmanian made by the Grand Baghdad, and that one over there. By the way, it's the new one. Approximately there are 3,000 Bosphorus here in Istanbul, and they all can be visited, except for the winter times. Before and after like 15 or 20 minutes, they are closing for the foreign visitors.
Baby, don't you see me? Need you here to save me. It's not easy, know that someone hurt me, baby, but you're right. And now it's in my heart. Oh, it's in the past. Oh, in the past. Nothing that I'm healing, baby, when you're right. Just give me time. I make it smile, hurting when you're with me. Come on, come on. All I want, all I want.
All I want, some tender love from you, baby.
All I want, all I want.
And here on your left, we are sailing nearby the Bosphorus neighborhood. This is beautiful, beautiful, amazing. It is said that while that area covers the people, years, and it could be the reflect the mountain and the of the city behind the site of the
All I want. All I want. 'Cause you know I'm drowning in my sea. Baby, don't you see me? Need you here to save me. It's not easy, know that someone hurt me, baby, but you're right. And now it's in my heart. Oh, oh, oh. It's in the past. Nothing that I'm healing, baby, when you're right. Just give me time. I make it smile, hurting when you're with me.
we are sailing nearby the Üsküdar neighborhood, one of the main graduates from the Ottoman Empire. Üsküdar is the neighborhood. Right now, when we take the Üsküdar, we can see the early examples of the mosques built between 15th and 16th century. And the first mosque on the left is the Mihrimah Sultan Mosque, and the Mihrimah was the daughter of the Süleyman the Magnificent, and that mosque built there by the Sinan the architect in 1548. Mihrimah, the meaning of the name in Farsi is sun and moon. When she became 18, two candidates appeared to marry with her. One of them is the governor Hasan Pasha, and other one is Sinan the architect. She married with Hasan Pasha because Sinan in 50 when I told her he married one. After a period of time, she ordered Bosphorus out by the Sinan, and the first mosque built there. After 14 years later, she asked for another mosque for herself again in the city. Then the architect chooses the highest point of Istanbul to build the second mosque for her right now upon built on the beautiful park nearby the old city wall. She couldn't believe Sinan architect to the city, but still had that questions about her. Mathematical genius Sinan, because she could bring this mosque to solid law for her. As a dedication to the Jamal Sartor's name in Istanbul, on the 18th day of the year in April and May, the equinox, the sun sets from the back of one mosque and the moon rises from the other one. And then we are getting close to the last monument on Bosphorus, Maiden's Tower, which is known as Kız Kulesi in Turkey. The history of the Maiden's Tower dates back to ancient times, with various legends and stories integrated with tourism, and one popular legend tells the tale of a Roman emperor who received an oracle that is now the book killed by a snake bite on an 18th to protect her, he had the tower built on a smaller secondary and captured in the latest there. However, when I went to Turkey, the oracle came through when a snake hidden a fruit basket beat hers. During the Ottoman era, this tower used as a lighthouse to guide ships as the British French's motor of Bosphorus, and also used as a quarantine station for ships around the buildings at 25 like Providence epidemics. And the tower reconstructed in 2022 by State Creek and explored by Loop. Right now, good is a balcony terrace site of the tower for the visitors to stand to take view there. If you check from side of the road, there are trenches. That's why it's time to be known as Blue Mosque 2. And the three of these monuments are located in the same location called Sultanahmet Square. And also you can clearly see the sea land walls surrounding the historical peninsula, about 23 kilometers length. So the name of the historical peninsula lies three in the same both sides, surrounded by the waters, Sea of Marmara, Bosphorus, and Golden Horse military river. So only one side was vulnerable to attacks, and they built the strongest wall system nearby the land Totally located between the Inner and American Forest, it's a rich village from the open cut forest or largest trees located in the area called Golden Horn. And Golden Horn is a natural lagoon for the same along the North Sea, and also there are another three beaches on Golden Horn too. It's called Golden Horn because during the sunrise and sunset people notice the sun reflects on that water and takes natural golden color. And when we look at the lagoon shape from the hills, it looks like an animal horn. That's why it's called as a golden horn. And also there is a tram passes on that bridge. If you're planning to turn back the side of the city, you can take the tram from Kabataj where we're going to stop, and with the tram you can turn here easily. And also right now on your left side of the third field of the city, you're going to see a mosque with 4 minarets, which is the Süleymaniye Mosque. That was built by the Sulander architect in the 16th century and dedicated to Kanuni Sultan Süleyman. He is known as magnificent in the west and Kanuni in the east side of the world, and the largest Sultan's order in dynasty. But we don't see over 6. It's because the center of the mountains, it will show you on your left at the Taksim Square with the Galata Tower. That one originated in the 14th century by the community Italian community iconographic journalists because they had put their whole Torah. They were protecting this to be preserved, and at that time, on the 23rd, they start to use the all 5 observatories. When there is a fire, you can easily and can be visited.